Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to talk about horrible drivers and traffic in Massachusetts. So I've always avoided places like Boston. In fact, Boston supposedly has the worst traffic and congestion anywhere in the country, even more than places like New York, because people in New York, most of them don't have cars. Anyways, one time I accidentally went through Boston and I was stuck in traffic. It took like 3 hours to go less than 2 miles. It's just complete gridlock. But other than that, anywhere else in Massachusetts, the bigger cities in Maine, the bigger cities in upstate New York, I've always encountered bad drivers. People merging across 3 lanes at a time with no blinker, people getting in front of you with like 2 feet of space from your bumper to theirs. Like, who merges like that? I don't merge over until I can see that person in my rear view mirror. These people leave no space at all. But anyways, I realized that seems to be a Northeast thing, because when I was out west for 2 months, I actually dreaded going to places like Vegas, the bigger cities of California, because I thought it was going to be way worse. But it seems like people out west and the Southwest, they have a lot more patience. Less people speeding. Everyone seems to have a lot of patience driving. There was dense traffic, but nobody doing anything crazy, at least not to the degree in Massachusetts. Anytime I'm driving in Massachusetts, it almost never fails. Someone every day almost hits me, whether they're merging stupidly, pulling out in front of me with seconds. I don't understand why everyone in the Northeast cities seems to be always in a mad rush. They always seem to be driving mad, excessively speeding, angry. Earlier today, when I was driving, before I got on the highway, there was some guy. First off, they just put a brand new traffic light in, and it said no turn on red this time. So we were stopped there for at least 2 minutes. You could tell the guy in back of me, I could see him grabbing his steering wheel up at 12 o'clock with both hands, shaking it back and forth. He was angry that I wasn't moving around that corner. But on the road going to the highway, this guy constantly swerving back and forth trying to get around me the entire time, even though I was going 5 miles over the speed limit. This guy wanted to go like 20 on a road that was 40. He was in such a mad rush, and he almost got in a crash when finally a passing lane came along. And I remember a few days ago, there was another person tailgating me on a Massachusetts road. It was a narrow back road up in the hill towns, and eventually I had enough. I pulled over. This guy went around me so fast, he almost got in a head-on collision with someone else. I never encountered that once out west, and I was in their major cities a lot. But yet it happens here usually at least once a day in Massachusetts. It never fails. Up in northern New England, it's not very common at all. I've never had that problem well, I can't say I've never had that problem, but it's very rare if I'm in Vermont or New Hampshire. Maine, it's rare because I just outright avoid the cities. Passing through Massachusetts, it's kind of hard to avoid the cities. So that's why that happens. Everyone's just in a rush. I've never encountered... for years, thought everywhere would have been like this. But it appears out west, people just seem to be happier, more patient for some reason than in Massachusetts. Hey, look at that. We're finally getting some snow over there on the left. I'm coming out of the valley in Massachusetts. I'm heading up to Eden, New York, because I want to see that 7 feet of snow. Supposedly that town has the jackpot. That's what I'm going to see right now. Also a really common occurrence in Massachusetts, there's so many people who are just willing to take risks. Like I was just talking about how people always pull out in front of me where I have to slam my brakes on. If I don't react fast enough, it would definitely lead to a crash. Well, the same thing happens sort of in reverse. If I'm waiting at a stop sign or wherever pulling out, if I don't do that, pull out really fast in front of people, which I won't, there's people honking behind me because they think I should, and they want to do it too. And it's rare, but if I'm ever pulling a trailer, I'm definitely not doing that. I bet I piss off so many people when I'm pulling a trailer, because I will not take any chances with that. I leave a good amount of time to pull out, good amount of time to maneuver. It really makes people angry when I'm doing stuff like that. Anyways, I'm wondering if anyone else has experienced that coming into New England and seeing that, or someone who lives in New England leaving and seeing that stuff. Especially Massachusetts and upstate New York seem to be the biggest jackpots for those issues. I'm curious. Leave a comment down below if you've experienced that. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day.